Yeah, just Gate City's just not hitting on all cylinders. Just to start off with, that first drive, they went all the way down.
The first drive they did, but then it's almost like that long touchdown pass for Battle kind of knocked them a little senseless. Let's hope they can wake up and get going here. Of course, this holding penalty against Battle is going to help things.
First penalty of the night against John Battle will be a holding. They will move it back. It will be around the 27-yard line. Trojans in their own territory. They'll have the ball first down and 10. So, Chris, you got any other scores that's come through?
The first play of the game, Y Central, they kicked off to Lehigh, intercepted the ball. One play later, scored. They've scored again. It's 14-0 now.
All right. So if you had the over and under, probably about 75 on that one. You wanted to take the over. As the penalty actually moved them back a little farther than what we initially thought. It's going to be about the 17-yard line. John Battle will have the football first and 10. Again, they're in the pro set. Two backs behind Thurston as he's going to run a quarterback keeper up the middle. He'll gain maybe 1 yard. Gate City was in an even man front where they had two tackles over the guards, and Thurston saw that quarterback sneak basically and got about 1.5 yards. 3:50 left. Tie ball game at 7 here in the first quarter. This time John Battle will come up. They've got two wide receivers to the left-hand side, one wide receiver to the right. As goes across in motion, will be number two. That's Seth Scarborough. And he will stop back in the shotgun as there's going to be a flag on the play. And Scarborough will go up to about the 20-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
They may get battled there with the illegal formation. It didn't look right.
And that will be the call. Give a 5-yard penalty. They'll replay the down. It will be second down and about 14 if they mark it off 5 yards.
Don't ask me what was wrong with that. It just I can't put my finger on it. It just didn't look right.
If it doesn't look right to Mr. Carr, it's not right.
It was the eyeball test.
It was the eyeball.
Maybe the referee thought the same thing.
And they failed. So this time Thurston will be back. Well, he comes up to the center this time. Two backs in the backfield, and he's going to run that triple option as they're going to give it to the dive back. He goes up the middle. That's going to be number 26, again, Nick Nell. As he get probably maybe about 2 yards, give him 3. It's going to be third down and about 11. Clock is inside 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Tie ball game at 7. Again, John Battle playing for their VHSL playoff lives here tonight. As they come up, it's third down and 11. Again, two backs behind Thurston as he's going to roll to the right-hand side, and he's going to throw it. And he had a man, but he threw behind him. That pass intended for number 30, Tyler McLeod, and it will be fourth down for the Trojans.
Secondary's going to have to wake up. They almost gave up another big play right there.
He had a step and the ball a little bit behind him. Now, we talked about this on Wednesday night. Does Jenkins get his third touchdown in as many games as a punt returner?
Let's hope so.
So he will be standing about the 50-yard line. Again, back deep to kick for John Battle will be Jaden Farley. He'll be standing about the 4-yard line. Clock stopped at 2:33. He's got it. He kicks it, and he kicks it away from Jenkins. Kicks it out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. And they're going to mark it on the 40, about the 45.5-yard line for Gate City.
It's going to be about a 38-yard punt, I believe.
Again,
we'll call it that.
You have to give credit to Battle. They've really done their homework, staying away from Jenkins, who has been pretty dangerous as a punt returner this year. All right, so Gate City will come up this time. They've got one split to the left-hand side. They've got a wing to the right-hand side, two backs in the backfield behind Reed. Reed will give it to Calhoun around the left-hand side. Calhoun's got a step, and he powers his way down into John Battle territory. Gain of about 13 yards, first down and 10. Gate City, they're on the 41-yard line of John Battle.
Did you see Calhoun lay out at the end as he was going down? He did a dive, picked up a couple more yards. I think that measured on the Richter scale.
So if you felt a tremor at home, folks, don't worry. It was just Calhoun laying out to try to get an extra yard.
I like it.
All right, so again, same formation will be tied into the right-hand side as well as a wing. 2 backs in the backfield, and they've got motion this time as they're going to give it to Tomlinson, who comes around to the right-hand side. He had a hole for just a second, kind of paused. He did get down to about the 37-yard line of John Battle. So it's going to be second down and about 7. Clock runs, 1:45 left first quarter. Ball game is tied at 7. Looks like staying in the ball game will be DeAndre Mack and Carson Jenkins, as well as Landon Blanton. Strong will go out. Yeah, Chris, we're a lot of confusion tonight. We're trying to get some of these subs in, and it's not. Again, Reed's trying to direct them to where to line up. As it's going to be a pass this time. Reed goes back. He's going to throw it
got
deep.
The receiver.
He's got Carson Jenkins. Yes, indeed. Touchdown, Big Blue. Reed to Jenkins. He hit him in stride, and all of a sudden, Gate City back on the board and back in the lead. 13-7, 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Chris, it didn't matter what we lined up in. He was going to hit Jenkins right there, and he hit him in stride about the 7-yard line, and he went into the end zone. Touchdown, Gate City.
That was a phenomenal route by Jenkins, a phenomenal throw by Reed, and it was right on the money. Jenkins didn't have to break stride. That looked almost too easy.
So, 1:08 left first quarter. Reed is in to attempt the extra point. There's going to be the snap. Sally's going to hold. Reed's kick is up, and Reed's kick is good. 2 for 2 on the night. Gate City back in front, 14-7. We'll be back in just a moment. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Proudly representing Southwest Virginia in the House of Delegates for the last 24 years, Terry Kilgore continues to strive and work hard for others. Just like our Gate City Blue Devils proudly represents our school, our town, and community. Delegate Kilgore, a proud Gate City alumni himself, wants to thank the residents of the 1st District for their trust and support over the years as he's continued to voice our needs and concerns in Richmond to make our region a tremendous place to live and work. And on behalf of Delegate Kilgore and his family and staff, they say, go Big Blue.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
All right, so we're back here live from Bristol, where Gate City has taken the lead over John Battle. It's 14-7 now, 1:08 left here in the first quarter. That, again, 38-yard connection from Reed to Carson Jenkins. Jenkins with 2 touchdowns tonight, Chris. Could be an early player for the Terry Kilgore Leadership Player of the game.
Well, so far he's getting the job done. He's got it done off a run. He's got it done off a pass, so maybe he'll get that punt return, get the trifecta, the hat trick.
So Blanton will kick off. Again, back deep once again for John Battle will be number 7, Zane Poe, and number 20, Dylan Cunningham. And kick is going to be taken by the up back, and he's going to be right there around the 38-yard line. Again, that was number 5, Logan Fleener, that got that one. Chris, once again, we're setting him up with pretty good field position.
Well, I almost thought that was an onside attempt at first. I don't know if Reed kicked it too far, if that's what they were calling, or if he didn't kick it deep enough if they weren't. But it almost worked out.
Jack Thurston will bring out John Battle again. Quarterback for the Trojans, 1:02 left here in the quarter. Gate City leads 14-7. This time they'll have 2 wide receivers going to the right-hand side, 2 backs in the backfield. Gate City once again playing that 5-man front. There's the snap. It's going to try to run that triple option as he's got a step, and he breaks through the line. Great run, and taken down. That was number 2, Seth Scarborough. Chris, a lot of physical running right there. He ran through about 3 Gate City tacklers, finally brought down, and John Battle into Gate City territory on the 45-yard line.
I counted 3 missed tackles on that play. That looked almost like Tomlinson or Calhoun for Gate City the way he came through that line.
Battle likes to run that triple option, and you've got to be disciplined. Right there again, he ran through 3 tackles, as you said.
Well, you can't be arm tackling either with a big running back like that.
Battle playing hard here early. We're about 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Thurston under center as he's going to take it. Quarterback keeper around the left-hand side, and he's got a step, and he'll get out of bounds about the 40, give him the 42-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. Went out of bounds on the 42, so there's 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, Gate City leads 14-7. But Battle is driving at this point. Thurston doing a good job, Chris. You know, he's not doing too much right now in terms of the plays, and they're just sort of.
Yeah, I mean he's Battle right now. As I said before, they've done their homework. They're calling the plays they need to call.
As Thurston's got it, and it's going to go up the middle.
Except for that one.
And Michael Calhoun, he was there waiting. Great pop on number 4, Zach Moore, 5'5", 141-pound sophomore. Took it up the middle, gain of maybe 1 yard, as that will be the last play of the quarter. Gate City scores on 2 of their 3 possessions. John Battle driving right now. It's 14-7 as we go to the second quarter. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
For exceptional Mexican food and the perfect place to stop in before heading out to watch another Gate City victory, La Carreta Express in Weber City offers a tremendous menu of authentic Mexican cuisine at a great price. La Carreta proudly supports Blue Devil Sports, and they're open 7 days a week, even until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000. And they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
All right, we're back here live. Second quarter action, Gate City leads 14-7, but John Battle has got the football, and they are driving. They are to the Gate City 41-yard line, where they will have 3rd down and 6. Chris, you got anything coming through the pipe?
A couple other scores, just 2 others. Lebanon has scored. They lead Virginia High 7-0, as does Chilhowie over Grundy.
Again, make sure you stay with us for the Campus Drive-In halftime show, scores and highlights coming up at halftime. So 3rd down and 6.
Correction, make that 14-0, Chilhowie over Grundy.
As it's going to be a pass. Thurston's going to go deep, and he looks like he's got a step, and he will say incomplete. However, there is a flag on the play. He was trying to hit Zane Poe on a shriek. Great coverage. We'll see if there was
I believe the coverage is a little too close. I think they're going to get Gate City on this one. Hope I'm wrong.
What's the chances of offensive?
I think Gate City kind of pushed him a little bit, but
no, we'll go offense.
They will go offense. Okay, we'll take that.
Great call.
Ridgeview and Abingdon scoreless so far, halfway through the first.
Again, that penalty is the 3rd of the night, I believe, for John Battle. Is that correct?
That is the 3rd of the night for them. This sure is.
15-yarder. It was a big one. So that backs it up. It's going to be 3rd down and about 20 for the Trojans. They're backed up all the way to their own 46-yard line. So Gate City, again, trying to play a little bit of prevent here, not giving up the big play as the play comes in. John Battle, again, all their players have the wristbands, so they're calling it from the line. 2 backs in the backfield. There's going to be motion coming to the right-hand side. And there's going to be a timeout on the play. Timeout on the field. John Battle. John Battle uses their second timeout They will only have one left as, Chris, it looks like you got a score too.
Yep, Patrick Henry scored twice. They lead Honeacre now 14-0. Wise Central scored again. It's 21-0 over Lee now. Eastside scores first. They're up on Thomas Walker 7-0, and Chilhowie 14, Grundy 0.
And again,